Today on Suncoast View, the Venice Pier needs a facelift, and the city is trying to figure out the best time. We'll discuss.
It is the unofficial start of summer and a great time to find some great deals on men's warm weather styles. We have a budget-minded fashion show.
Most women don't consider the change of life all that funny, but you can't help but laugh with the Manatee Players as they bring back Menopause the Musical. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Veronica Brandon Miller from Goodwill. Great to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Okay, my question. Did you get that at Goodwill?
Why, yes, I did.
And the necklace?
My goodness.
No, the necklace
Okay.
is old, very old.
Oh, it's
and you know
very
it's
cool.
the kind that
It's
you
the twisty.
It's a,
Yeah.
You can create it to anything you want.
So Joey would
myself with
fidget
that.
with that.
Oh
if
my
he
gosh,
had it.
I would
day,
be
yeah.
playing with that the whole time. See, but if she gets tired of it, it will be a good one.
Let me
Right,
know,
exactly.
yeah. Let me know if you get tired of that outfit.
Well, you have had such a big year, and we love having you on the show periodically so we can get the newest update on how you're doing for your 50th bucket list year.
Yes,
What are we in progress of now?
So we're on 39.
Okay.
39.
All right, so our 39th event, and what have you been doing recently?
So I just did an improv class, and actually at the end of the class you get to perform on stage.
Okay.
So there I am.
And how was the experience?
It was great. And Joey, I don't know how you do it. I'll be honest. The lights that are beaming on you, I forget my name, and then they throw scenarios at you, and you
Right.
have to quickly think on your feet, which I think this class is going to help me with my professional career.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
But you know, you use improv in your life already, you just don't realize it because you don't know what you're going to say when you go into a meeting, when you're working with different partners. You don't wake up and know exactly how it's going to turn out. So improv is something you're already doing. I think just when you add the stage to it is when
Right.
people get a little more
Oh,
nervous.
she's so used to the stage.
Exactly.
She was a beauty queen.
Yes, and a singer.
Yeah, but
I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you.
I'm
It's,
proud of you
you.
too. That's a big one. You know, your bucket list isn't just, fun, frivolous things. That's a serious investment in time and energy. So
tomorrow I'm doing my stand-up comedy act.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one-woman show.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, my husband's horrified.
Probably
may
because he
pop up in
provided
there.
all the information.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
All you have to
It's
do
writing
is say
itself.
it.
Yes.
Well, good. Well, congratulations, and we'd
Thank
love
you.
to hear about all the things you're doing to make this year special. We're going to start our week off special because of who's in the kitchen today. We are always happy to see Barry from Motorworks Brewing, of course, with some good brews, but also cooking. What are we making today?
So today I'm going to take a attempt at cooking some bratwurst, and we're actually going to use our V-twin lager that won a couple more medals recently. It's up to 8 now under its
Wow.
belt. So we're going to be cooking the brats with those.
All right, no reason to
local
just
beer brats.
but drink it. We might as well cook with it as well. I grew up with beer brats. That's a very Midwest thing. My grandpa used to, simmer them on the stove before we put them on the grill.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
looking forward to giving that a try. So Linda, I'm very glad to see you today because we did worry about you over the weekend.
I got lost in I moved. I moved from my home of 20 years, 7,000 square feet, to a home of 2,000 square feet. So I got to squeeze that all in. But yesterday, Memorial Day, I woke up. There was a knock at my door at 7 a.m. I opened the door. There were 6 gorgeous men standing outside. Oh, wow, what a day. Then I realized this is CNF Movers. They're from Northport. They're with 2 trucks to move me. And those guys were fabulous. I mean, they had me in and out of there. See, I've got all that glass and mirror furniture, not
Yeah.
even a tiny chip. And they
Wow.
were fun and nice and fast as everything. And I'm totally moved in.
And
I
the
literally-
weather mostly cooperated.
It did.
Yeah.
We had no bad weather. So I just want them to know they're welcome to come back on the 4th of July. I'm not moving, but they're really fun to spend a holiday with.
I love it. If I was a mover, I would imagine like to knock on the door and have you answer would be a dream. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. A
Oh,
lot of
it was a
fun.
nightmare. You should have seen me. No makeup. My hair wasn't done.
And did you sleep okay in your new home for the first night?
I did. I couldn't find the bathroom, but or the lights.
Well, good. It's an adventure.
It is.
And
It's great fun.
It will be fun.
A whole new chapter.
Yeah, we're excited to see, how you
Squeeze in,
Yes, to go
squeeze
through it
in.
all with you.
It'll be a lot of fun. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And speaking of a lot of fun, it was a soggy and windy weekend, so now you may be ready to go out and have some fun and enjoy area amenities like the Venice Pier. But the city is trying to find the best time to close it for repairs. So the pier sustained damage after Hurricane Irma. The city wants to shut it down for 90 days to make sure the pier can better weather the next storm. So businesses like the Pier's Bait Shop and Sharky's Restaurant are worried about what that means for business. They want it to happen soon as possible so as not to interfere with tourist season in the fall. What do you think about the theory of preventative maintenance here? Because I thought we fixed what had happened from Irma, but they say it's not where it needs to be.
Well, I guess you have to take everything out, not just repair and put an extra board, but put the whole thing back.
Yeah.
We went over the weekend. We did go down to Finn's at Sharky's, and the pier was packed, and the beach was packed. I mean, everybody was there. It doesn't, from the outside, look like it needs the work, but if you think that it's structurally unsound and there were all of those people on it, I can understand you got to get it done as soon as possible. But where we live, there really is not a good time.
no down season.
But prevention. All I picture, remember that bridge that collapsed on top of people?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. That's what comes to mind. I rather
in Miami.
prevention.
We have to do
prevention.
that. So maybe September, October, November.
We're in storm season then, right? So that's why
I think they want to get it done
tricky.
before the heart of storm season, which is typically mid-August.
September.
But
But we don't want it going on in December. That's when the tourists arrive.
We don't really have a quiet time anymore, and I think
No.
we see this with construction on roads as well. Like there just really is never a good time to do it. Whereas it used to be 20 years ago, come May, June, nobody's on, half the people are on the roads.
But we cherish those quiet times
Yeah.
because we're on the road.
Yeah,
Going
that's
to
true.
Sharky's.
And I did
We're
notice
going
the
to Finn's.
difference today. People are on vacation
did
and
too.
off, so that's nice. All right, well, as we head into summer season, it does seem like kids everywhere are going to ask the inevitable question, are we there yet when you take them on the road trips? But maybe not. A new summer drive study says that 69% of people say that traveling to the destination is often as fun as the actual vacation spot. Those may not be the kids. However, the study also says that 78% of road trippers listen to music, audiobooks, and podcasts to keep busy, while 62% just rely on talking to each other. Arguments are always inevitable in those close quarters. 45% of the time, it's about the kids, followed by what to listen to or the temperature inside the car. All right, who has the good road trip disaster story? Linda, did you pack everybody up on road trip much?
We did. We had so many. We had 4 kids, so we had to put the luggage on top. It blew off in Pennsylvania, went rolling down the hill. So of course, all 4 kids went after the luggage. So my husband Bud was out trying to stop traffic. So yeah, we had some really fun times.
When I look back on my family, those are memories. They weren't as fun at the time. You didn't realize you were having fun, but those were great memories. I have 3 older brothers. I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and my mom used to drive us. My dad would come sometimes too, but my mom would drive us from Syracuse, New York down to Orlando.
Oh, wow.
So we did that quite a bit. And one year I remember my mom was really into reading like those smutty romance novels. So she had my brothers
smutty.
read them out loud
that is
to
just
her.
disturbing in all
Texas Heat
levels.
we were reading from New York. Pennsylvania was a long state. Yes.
OMG.
Yeah.
No, I'm in recovery. I mean, I'm one of 4, and literally, I swear I was adopted. I'm still looking for my real parents because I do not belong in my family. I realize that. Oh, I never had a great experience, ever.
Did you travel a lot?
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing fun about it.
We drove from Atlanta to Daytona every year of my life when I was young. And those were the happiest times
Yeah.
of my life. They really were. Because our parents were focusing on us then, so we were all
Right.
together.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling that. I was an only child, so I don't have any of the nightmares. Well, yes and no. It was
Yeah,
nice
it's
and
a long
quiet in
trip.
my
Yeah, that's
backseat
true.
of the car, and I had the whole place to myself.
You got to listen to what you wanted. I mean, at risk of sounding like things were better in my day, I do miss, when everyone's in a car now, everyone's on their own
Everyone-
electronics,
Yes.
earphones. You're not sharing any experience.
Right.
So, we used to fight over the radio station or not reading to mom or whatever.
Right.
And so those are things that I miss now as an adult, you know, because we had that all together. I like heavy metal music. I never would have thought I would have liked because one of my brothers was into it, so I had to listen to it.
So you had to listen to it. Yeah, you know, it's just part of the process, but I do think it creates some very, very fun memories, so worth the effort. All right, speaking of travel, how do you pass the time on a long layover? Maybe blocks of unscheduled travel time that pop up in your vacation. So more and more people are opting for something called micro stays, where a hotel, an airport, maybe a rec center offers a few hours for rent for sleeping, exercising, working in private. So one company is called Buy Hours. It's an international online booking platform. It allows you to book mini stays of 3 hours, 6 hours, or 12 hours in hotels around the world. Would you do this?
I've done it. Yeah.
And did you like it?
It helps because, like when we just got back from Dubai, we got to the airport at 11 and we weren't leaving till 6. Well, I don't want to stay that time in the airport, so we went to and rented for a few hours at the hotel nearby.
Just to take a nap or take a
Right,
shower?
take a shower.
Right.
And, yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable with that. I went to Australia and I had a 12-hour layover in LA. And my tour guide said, would you like to go to a hotel? We'll get a cab and then get you back. LA traffic, I would be worried the whole time that I wouldn't get back in time.
yeah.
So I just felt comfortable. Now, if it's there, that's okay.
Yeah.
If it's one of the crown
On-site.
rooms or whatever, then I
And they
like
do
it.
have them in the airports.
Yes, yes. I go to the Delta Crown Room. I like that. So it's private. There's food, there's drink.
Yeah, because you do run the risk of you have to go back through security again,
Right.
which can be a challenge depending on the
Right.
airport.
Add some hassle.
But
Now,
if it's a
you
long...
said you've done it for like leisure, you know, a day
Yes.
spa. I like this idea.
When we came back from our honeymoon, our cruise ended in Rome, but we couldn't get into our Airbnb in Rome until 3 p.m. And they, you know, the cruises get you there at 7 a.m.
Right, and then
So
kick you off.
The original idea was, well, we'll just walk around with our luggage and find cafes, but you're going to blow a lot of money and not really be comfortable.
Right.
So I found a little like day spa hotel, and we did a day rate, and it just broke up the day. We swam in saltwater pools, got massages, sipped tea. I mean, it was like...
Oh, let's go now.
It was wonderful. It was like its
Right.
own little leg of our vacation, and we spent less than we would have if we would have just been knocking around eating
Right,
and
well,
drinking.
then you shop and everything else.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a great concept. I mean, as travel becomes a little more fragmented, we can't always book things like we want them to. I love the concept of a few hours here and there. Shower and a nap makes everything better. All right, so Shaquille O'Neal is obviously a big man, right? And obviously an NBA legend as well. Well, his mansion just went on the market. It has a big price tag. The former Orlando Magic player decided to sell his Orlando home, which includes a 6,000-foot indoor basketball court. He's now not spending much time here because he's in Atlanta as a basketball analyst for TNT. This is a 12-bedroom waterfront home for $28 million. There is truly nothing else like it in Orlando. So the realtors were commenting how they had no idea even how to begin to price it because there's just nothing else like it.
Wow.
And it's stunning.
I bet there's not a big market for it, though.
I would think not.
There are
Look
not
at
many
that.
people that can afford
Although there
$28
are a
million.
lot of professional athletes, believe it or not, in Orlando. I know
Yeah.
that from, they like to come there to train because the weather is good, good proximity to other places they may fly.
And not to be funny, but he's a big man, and so if you're also another big man, you need a
Right.
home that can accommodate you, right?
Like it's
taller
all
doorways.
custom, tall doorways,
Yeah.
very, very big master bath area because he's a very big man.
He can't get into a little kiddie pool, you know,
Right.
bathtub.
Right.
I wish we could see the bathroom. I'm just curious.
Why don't we go to Orlando and say we want to buy it and tour it?
Take a tour, but it's an
Now look at our
interesting
height, they'll know.
concept. I mean, custom homes are hard to sell as it is, but a custom home made for a giant man.
Yeah,
So, yeah, whole different problem. So probably doesn't need the money all that quickly. All right, so there's lots of signs on playgrounds that, you know, maybe one of them should be always use age-appropriate equipment. It's kind of fun to be a kid, get on the swings, go down the slide, till you can't get out. This guy's butt literally got stuck in a swing so that the police had to come and disassemble the swing and put it back together. Fire and rescue had to be called to get his butt out of the swing. Talk about embarrassing. I mean, you know that you're there with the kids, you might sit down, kick your legs a bit, go down the slide. and then not being able to get
They
out.
should have just poured oil around it, like cooking oil, and it slid right out.
Can you imagine? I'd be mortified.
I just picture like this poor guy is probably super stressed, and his friends are like, "Dude, you got to relax. Like, go back to your childhood, do something, like have fun." And this is what he does. He gets stuck. He will never do that again.
No.
Embarrassing phone call.
Yes, yes.
To have it
Yeah,
disassembled.
when 911 says, "What's your emergency?"
My butt is stuck. That's the emergency. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast, and we come back, tell you about a new app and how it can make entertaining easier for you.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update for this happy hour. Looking cloudy, not a lot of rainfall around, but we are starting to see some showers developing as all this moisture continues to pile up from the south. You can see that quite clearly over Cuba and the Florida Straits. The showers haven't been all that impressive today. It's been pretty light to moderate at times. Heavier, though, into Hillsborough, eastern Hillsborough, heading toward Winter Haven. That's where the strongest cells have been. Venice has had a few showers here in the last hour or so. You can see some more developing just offshore. We'll look for increasing chances for a few evening showers and a few storms around. Some of them could produce some moderate to heavy rainfall at times, especially that little area right there to the west of Inglewood and Venice. That'll be moving into your area, I think, in the next hour or so. Elsewhere, quite a bit of rain offshore on both coasts, and we still have that flood warning for the Mayaca River at the Mayaca State Park, just barely over flood stage now. It's been breezy today. Winds out of the south to southeast, anywhere from 10 to 15, gusts as high as 20. We'll have much more in our forecast coming up today at 5.
Many of us enjoy entertaining here on the Suncoast, especially with all of our great outdoor living areas. But making the perfect party happen can be a little stressful, especially if you don't know who to call for help. Well, luckily, there's an app for that. Suncoast entrepreneur Christina Reynolds is here to introduce us to the mobile app ShortStaff. Welcome, Christina.
Yay, thanks so much, Joey. I mean, so nice to meet all of you guys.
Oh,
so I
we're
watch
so
you.
excited.
And now I get to be on the other side, which is really neat.
And for a
So-
great reason, so tell us about ShortStaff.
Yeah, so essentially a ShortStaff app is an on-demand event services or staffing app that provides similar service to where you can Uber yourself a driver, you can Uber yourself a bartender with ShortStaff. So bartender, a private chef, an event hand, if you're a corporate company and you just need a brand ambassador to be there and wear your logo and everything, you can have them do that also.
This is nice, so that way you don't always have to keep a full team for sometimes when you might only have an event a few times a year.
Exactly.
You also don't have to ask your friends.
Exactly. And, you know, I always, like, say you're having a dinner party, and this used to happen to me a lot, especially during Thanksgiving. You have your family and friends there, and I'm in the kitchen. The whole time, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm getting people drinks. Oh my gosh, do I need something? I'm running out to getting ice, or I'm enlisting my mother, or and then she tells my brother. So basically, my brother's running errands, and I'm cooking, and, you know, it's always kind of crazy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so with a ShortStaff, the thing is that our idea is to really bring home events to everybody. So it's any event, anytime, anywhere. And the kind of purpose of that is everybody should be able to enjoy their event in their life, and we have such few moments in our lives that we really get to enjoy family and friends, and we shouldn't be spending it in the kitchen or bartending, you know. And there's people, like a lot of our ShortStaff app users are college students, so they need the extra money. And
yes.
you can get somebody as low as, our minimum's $25 an hour for 2 hours. So
wow.
say you need a bartender for your family or friends or your event, or a launch party for your new business, you can have somebody come in and bartender, just clean up your plates, wash your dishes, do things
So
that
no event too small?
No
like
event too
something
small.
like Thanksgiving would be okay?
Exactly.
Because that is one of the hardest holidays to pull
Yes,
off.
it's
Yeah,
true.
I never even get to eat because I'm doing all the work.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was our very first event. I'll never forget. We had this great couple that always have a big party for the Venice Boat Parade, and they entrusted us as our very first time. So the app wasn't even ready, which we'll get into. So they just called me, and so I was, you know, I was like, okay, and so I did it the same as I would have it through the app, even though we didn't have it ready yet to test it. And we show up, and they said to me at the end of the event, after just having myself, I was washing dishes, cleaning plates, putting food out for everybody, because people will come in, they have the wine bottles, they have the food, and I'm like, thank you so much, I can put it away. They can greet their guest, and then they had one bartender. So there's just 2 of our short staff people, one behind the bar, me in the kitchen, and they came up to me after and said, oh my gosh, do you know this is the first year that we got to actually watch the boat parade?
Yes, you
And
get to be a guest at your
yeah,
party
and the
if
wife
you
said,
leave.
this is my first time I haven't stood behind the kitchen. I sat down, I walked outside, I had some champagne, I talked with my friends. She goes, and I got to spend time with my husband because he wasn't behind the bar.
Right.
That's great. Well,
And I was like,
speaking
man,
of
that's pretty neat.
champagne, you actually, this isn't just for large events, you actually brought us an example of
Yes.
one of the ways we could use short
Yes,
staff. So I
I
believe
did.
someone's at the door.
Oh.
Come on in.
Okay.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Well, what a great use of
Oh,
short
this is
staff.
wonderful.
So
wanted to
introduce
bring
us
you guys a
to who, what we're seeing,
Thank
who we
you.
have.
So essentially, we have Lauren right here. She's what I like to call our social media ninja. So she is started as an intern from New College and quickly became, tried to get her as full-time as possible, but she's our first employee. So this is Nishanth, and Nishanth is based out of LA, but comes here and helps with the, he's my development director. So he keeps me on task with the development team and helps me communicate with them. And this is Danny. Danny's awesome. He is one of our investors in short staff, as well as runs all of the vendors, which we'll talk about for 3.0, where you can actually enlist valet companies and tent rental companies and everything you need for events coming up.
Yes.
So, and then this is Vivian. Vivian is our very new intern. This is actually her first day.
Oh, welcome.
So she is from Cornell. I had just met her. We were on the phone, and anyway, this is my first time
Well,
meeting her.
cheers to the short staff
Yay.
team.
Oh,
Thank you so
wow.
much.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Great idea.
So this is a great idea if you wanted to have, thank you all, if you wanted to have a little brunch with friends and you didn't want to serve, you could use short staff. So let's talk, you know, a lot of people think, I always say, oh, I have a great idea for an app. What are the hard parts to getting an app from an idea into someone's hands?
Oh.
How long has the process been?
So I'm on 3.5 years.
Wow.
3.5 years, and really a lot of it has to do with formulating the idea and making sure that it's a viable product. You know, people forget sometimes they have an idea and they think, oh, this would be really great because I could use it and my friends could use it. But the fact is you have to have a large market that has to be able to use it. And a lot of times it's only servicing one group of person or one industry. And so I love really what we had to think about with short staff is how do we help both sides, right? Because we have 2 distinct users. We have the staff, they get to make extra money and live their lives and be happy and travel and do whatever they want to do without being tied down to an everyday.
And I love that
you
it
know,
can actually, it can help people that are students or people that are kind of in that gig world where
Right,
they can
supplemental
register.
income.
Yes.
That's so important
Well,
to so many
Short
people.
Staff is available for both Apple and Android devices. You can find them online at shortstaff, that's 1F.com. Coming up next, we're talking fashion hot topics.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Gas price ain't gonna change my mind. Gotta get where we gotta get at, you know what I'm saying?
No, the gas prices will not influence whether we travel or not this summer.
The price of gas is on the rise, inching closer to $3 a gallon with each passing day. But how high until drivers change their routine? I'm Adam Cellini. The cost to watch the trapezoid remains consistent, free.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
All right, some fun fashion things to talk about. The Cannes Film Festival recently wrapped up, but not without an actress causing a little bit of a stir on the red carpet. Kristen Stewart took off her fancy heels and walked barefoot. Now, this is in protest of the festival's heels-only dress code for women.
What?
Exactly. Stewart says it is not okay to demand that women do something that men are not asked to do, and that wearing flats should be allowed. Does this seem archaic to you? Cannes says you must wear heels.
How odd.
On the
That
red
is
carpet.
very odd.
Yes.
What if I'm 6 feet tall and don't want
go,
to?
girl. You go. Well,
I can understand
How,
that.
how about if you're my age and you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea.
I can understand no sneakers, no jeans, because that kind of applies to everybody, and
Yes,
it is
look,
just,
right.
you know, trying to keep it elevated, but I think making someone wear heels is crazy.
Yeah. I totally agree, only because I don't wear heels. I
Yeah.
can't.
Right.
I physically can't. Oh my God, now I like her even more.
And Meghan Markle did that too. I mean, she had little things for the dancers to dance in after the wedding.
Right,
Oh, right.
to switch out. So anyway, her protest was going barefoot.
And
I
it
love
seems a little backward, too. I mean, aren't they aware of kind of where the rest of the world is heading right now? That it's very much
Well, I sure hope that's the way we're heading.
Well, sure.
All right,
You heard it here from Joey first.
The next fashion trend is kind of a take on business casual. All right, maybe it's a little too much of a take on business casual. So this is Balenciaga. They released a new shirt that literally has another shirt sewn on top of it so that you get 2-for-1 looks and easy transfer. I'm not exactly sure what's going on or why anybody would buy it, especially because it costs $1,300. But I'm confused by looking at it because you can't put the button down on when it's
look
sewn.
at that.
No, that's bizarre. At first, I wondered, like, oh, do you just throw a jacket over it and then it's like a dickie? But no, I think it's bizarre. I think it's that trend of, like, remember Madonna just tied a dress in front of her like 10 years ago, and everybody was like, oh, great, now we're going to tie dresses. You don't have to actually wear them. That makes no sense.
Some of these fashion house things are absolutely astounding to me, and you just
There are times, though, I can't decide between 2 shirts, so I guess that would solve that problem.
And it would be nice for bed because it's nice and cozy, you know, really big.
Or you could just lay that shirt out over your, like, dinner table if you don't want to get a mess on the bottom
Or
shirt.
just that concept of I don't feel like getting dressed and going to work, and you could put something comfy on like the t-shirt and have it look as if you really are participating in the day.
It also reminds me, for guys, I know, maybe girls too, but there were those 2-for shirts where it was a t-shirt and they just sewed long sleeve thermal to the sleeve, so you're only wearing one shirt, but it looks like you're wearing 2.
You never know what fashion will bring next. All right, what we're bringing next is going to have you laughing. We're going to get a preview of Menopause, the musical.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
I am the resident district manager on the FAA
AU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Barry from Motorworks Brewing. And I see I've lost two friends to the kitchen, and now I see beers being cracked open. So apparently they are getting started over there without us, but we will be joining them coming up for both beer sampling and to learn the secret to their great bratwurst. But Linda, first we got some work to do here.
Oh, we do. You might think hot flashes, mood swings, and wrinkles are nothing to laugh about. But Menopause the Musical has audiences all over the world roaring with laughter. It opens this week, backed by popular demand at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. And we have a sneak peek for you. Joining us now, the whole cast.
Yes.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Introduce
Thank you.
yourselves.
My name is Donna Huntley, and I'm Power Professional Woman in the show.
Oh, good.
And my name is Sarah Hayes, and I play Soap Star.
My name is Amy Glinskas, and I play Iowa Housewife.
And I'm Donna Lynn Waller, and I will be playing Earth Mother.
Okay, ladies, what's so funny about menopause? Donna?
I would have to start off with the fact that we have an example of 4 totally different women in different stages of their lives who meet up together to recognize that they're in menopause and that they have things in common. And then we find a fabulous way to laugh about it.
Some of these things are very hard to laugh about. Of course, you ladies meet in the lingerie department of a department store.
That's how we meet. We're deciding what lingerie we want to pick, and Earth Mother and Soap Star decided to get into a bit of a tiff.
Oh my.
We like to lighten the mood at a sale. Panties fly. Yeah.
You know, this is shocking because back in my day, we did not talk about menopause. This word was not mentioned.
Yeah, I talked to my mom about it, and she said, "Oh no, I don't remember anything about it," because I remember her having mood swings. I personally remember her going through the change of life, but she didn't talk about it because you just did not talk about it. Now. It's just a fabulous movement of women empowering each other because we're speaking up on something that has been a taboo for centuries. And this has been going on forever.
Yes, but you know, I remember when I went through hot flashes, it was like, oh, this is awful, awful. But then when you talk to other people and you sing and laugh about it, you guys make it funny.
You know what? Yeah.
And you realize you're not alone.
Yes.
in this. And because for so many years, women had to go through it alone. We didn't talk to each other about it. We couldn't share with each other. And now that society, we're sharing more, and we can commiserate with each other, and we can share what we're going through. And you realize that, you know what, this happens to everyone,
yes.
to every woman.
Yeah. And when it happens to you, you go back to the play and you laugh at yourself.
Oh, no. During the play, it happens to, oh, she laughs. I'm serious. I was at the cafe table not long ago. It's one of our sets. And I was just drenched. And I looked at the other cast members and went, you guys. It was literally, I'm dripping.
Yeah.
I am personifying what I am singing.
And singing, they're going to sing about it. Now set up the song.
Okay, so at this point, we have all gone to the ladies' room after experiencing our hot flashes, except for Iowa, who seems to be a cool cucumber who's never had a hot flash, so she doesn't get it. So we end up in the ladies' room, and as Amy says...
I start to lose it a little bit because I'm looking for my pills that help me with my mood swings.
Oh.
So I'm a little embarrassed to share with these women that I need help with pills.
Help.
And
what does your husband call them?
Well,
oh, my husband calls them Mother's Little Helpers.
Well, we want to hear about Mother's Little Helpers. So while you guys get ready, let me tell you that you can see Menopause the Musical at the Manatee Performing Arts Center May 30th through June 10th. Take it away, ladies.
Okay, it's Prozac. It's just in the last few years, everything has seemed
Zoloft. Paxil.
St. John's wort.
Woo! Woo! We used to be so hip and really lived without a care. We were party girls, used to tease our men, knock them out with clothes and hair. Before we hit the change, no one need tell us of the way.
Now the blues and moods with the way they've hit, it seems I'm dragging through the day.
I wish we all could be sane and normal. I wish we all could be sane and normal. I wish we all could be sane and normal. Girls.
And though my life is growing, I can count a dozen ways.
No matter how I try to keep a narrow path, I wander blindly through a maze. I've been swept all through this vortex swirl. It happens to all us girls. And I can't wait to get back to the place where peace and order reign in my world. I wish we all could be sane and normal. I wish we all could be sane and normal. I wish we all could be sane and normal. Girls. Band! Woo! Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna play bass.
Well, since I hit the change, I've been going out of my head. I'm pacing late at night, in the morning can't get out of bed.
The doctor prescribed a pill to eliminate the urge to kill. I wanna thank you, doctor, for helping get me into my head.
Thank you, doctor, thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor, thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor, thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor, yeah, you got me into my head. I had such a normal life, it was all going quite as planned. Woo! There's something yanked the rug out from under and it hit the fan. Your tiny pill brings me joy. I no longer wish to be a boy. I want to thank you, doctor, for lending me a helping hand. Thank you, doctor, thank you, doctor. Woo! Woo! Thank you, doctor, thank you, Zoloft. Thank you, doctor, thank you, Paxil.
Whoa.
Thank you, doctor, thank you, Prozac.
Thank you,
at the Manatee Performing Arts Center now through June 10th. For tickets and information, visit their website. Next, a fashion show for the guys. How Goodwill can make you look like $1 million.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5. Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC 7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC 7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. An update on a major downtown Venice construction project when construction is set to begin there. Plus, how the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is working to protect Suncoast children from online predators. Let's get a check now on the weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. We haven't had a lot of rainfall today, but showers are starting to pop up in the Gulf and work their way on shore in South Sarasota County. A lot of moisture around as Alberto continues to spin right there through the center portion of Alabama tonight. You can see that draw of moisture coming up from the Caribbean across Cuba, the Florida Straits, and into the lower Keys there. As far as the latest goes on Alberto, continues to have 30-mile-an-hour winds, is tracking up toward Indiana and over parts of Michigan over the next several days. For us, we're going to see a pretty good chance for more showers and storms tomorrow and with some clouds around. Well, much more in our forecast. Let you know about the weekend fast approaching coming up today at 5. See you then.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
We're getting ready to celebrate dads and grads in June, and both will appreciate some new fashions for the summer season. Well, there's nothing better than a great deal on a great new look, and Veronica Brandon Miller, Vice President of Goodwill Manasota, brought some of her team to give us a men's fashion show. I love this. We're giving a little love to the guys.
Oh yeah, and I picked our Veteran Services team because they are so giving to the community, and this is my way of giving back to them, letting them appear. It was a surprise, trust me.
Whether they like it or not.
Exactly.
Well, it's a great team. So before we get into the fashion, talk to us a little bit about how you expanded the team and the Veteran Services Program.
So as many of you know, Goodwill Manasota has the largest homeless veterans program in the state. Isn't that cool? So we help veterans reintegrate back into the civilian workforce, but now we're focusing on all aspects. We had a division for veterans and their families. Now the whole team is open, not just for homeless, but for all veterans and their family members. So if your spouse is looking for a job, we're the place to go.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. And part of looking for a job, obviously, is you have to dress for an interview. You have to dress to impress.
Dress for success. And a lot of these folks, even, they're used to their fatigues. So a weekend, they're like, what do I wear? So we had our team go into the Goodwill store and select an outfit.
All right, so you brought 5 members of the team, and everything they're wearing is coming from Goodwill.
Everything.
All different looks for dads.
Oh, dads, uncles, brothers, whoever you're shopping for, we're the place.
All right, let's see. All right, so let's see bring out the men.
Yeah. Eric Davis.
I say that all the time.
yeah. Eric Davis was a third-class petty officer in the Coast Guard, and he is sporting some Nike pants and a really fashionable top. Guess how much?
How much?
How much?
Less than $20 for this lovely outfit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you, Eric.
Great outfit, Eric.
Yeah. And Jeremiah Robinson was a sergeant in the Marines.
Yay,
you could tell. Look at
yeah.
that straight face. And Jeremiah is wearing Joseph A. Banks and George, which is a name brand. I didn't know, I'm sorry. So his outfit is about $30.
Nice.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And you can't walk into Joseph A. Banks for less than $30. So
I
this is
know.
a great deal, and he looks great.
And you look great. Thank you so much,
Perfectly
Jeremiah.
dressed, yes.
Brian was a third class petty officer, Navy corpsman. Yeah, there you go. So Brian Jacobs breakups. Let's see, what are you wearing? Oh, Dockers. So you're wearing. I asked him to do a Euro look, and he went yes. Way cool.
Yes,
Way cool.
this is awesome.
Euro look.
All right, I know you want to do it. Show your. Yeah. Okay. Well, you look great. Thanks.
Great job. All right.
Todd Hughes, come on up. So Todd was private first class in the Army, and he's wearing Joseph A. Banks, the top.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great, and it's perfect because you can throw a blazer on that. You can roll up the sleeves like you did, feel a little more casual. I love it.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Thank you
job.
very much.
All from Goodwill.
All from Goodwill.
All right.
And again, that was about $25. Come on, Chris Landis.
All right, you got to wear the tie.
Yeah, Chris was a sergeant in the Army, and I've never seen Chris without a tie. So this could be for business or for casual, I'm just saying. So
Your daily wear.
Yeah. So he's wearing Dockers, a really nice tie, really nice all together. And again, less than $30 for that whole outfit.
Great color shirt too. I know as a guy who owns a lot of blue, it's just it's a great color and it's an easy color to match for us men.
And the tie looks really good with it.
Oh, nice. The daughter picked out the tie. All right, let's take a look at all of the guys.
Okay, everybody come
Let's
on
bring them back on out. It was either a fashion show or a calendar.
I know.
You guys look
Oh,
great.
you look
Everything
so
came
good.
from Goodwill, and so great all of the great work that you do for Goodwill for our community. For Goodwill store locations to find fashions like these and so many more, or to learn more about veteran services, go to the Goodwill website, experiencegoodwill.org. We'll be right back.
You guys look awesome.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Okay, Bachelor Nation, it's back in a different form, The Bachelorette now, featuring the woman who was scorned on national TV, Becca, heartbroken, embarrassed. It worked well that she is now the new Bachelorette, but apparently she said she's feeling a little cautious because of her last experience.
Yes, I would think so.
Obviously.
Now
so
she's in the power seat, though, right?
She is, and it's interesting, though, because, you know, now she gets to make the decisions. There's also a couple people from the western coast of Florida on the show, so we'll be watching for that.
Really?
Someone from Chicago, apparently, was making a big statement, and here, I don't know, the whole concept that happened to her and now she's doing it again, that's a little odd to me.
You two watched the last one.
I think it was a setup so she could be the Bachelorette.
I totally agree.
That's what I
felt. I was disappointed that it was so obvious when it happened.
Yes.
But of course she's the next Bachelorette.
Do you think the producers actually will do that? They'll make them,
Oh,
they'll put them in a bad
come on,
situation?
Producers, of course they will.
Producers are terrible.
But you know, I have to watch because everybody I know watches, and that's what they're talking about. My stepdaughter, my daughter, my next door neighbor, everybody watches. So you got to be up on the Bachelorette.
I know nothing.
Oh,
no! You guys are talking a different language. I've never seen it.
I was surprised.
I don't know.
They watched the last one and got into some fevered discussions, which makes me
Is it a must-watch?
I think
no.
You know what? It will suck you in because I swore I wanted nothing to do with this, and last season I was just around when it was on a couple times, and I got sucked right in.
They're having this intimate moment, just the two of them. Okay, I know there are cameras, there's sound men, there are lights. There are like 30 people in that room. This is not intimate. No. But try to convince my stepdaughter and my daughter of that.
That's very funny. All right, well, if you are into it, Becca is back, and it's her turn to be in charge. And of course, you can see The Bachelorette Mondays at 8 p.m. right here on ABC 7. We're headed to the kitchen now to raise a beer and try some bratwurst with Motorworks.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A popular ABC show will go off the air after racist tweets surfaced from the main actor. Why the network decided to pull the plug. Taking a quick look at First Alert traffic. Right now, traffic is backed up as you head west on US 301 in Ellington between 24th Avenue and the US 41 intersection. Now let's get a check on our First Alert weather forecast with Bob.
Tropical depression Alberto continues now to move away from us. It's heading into Tennessee now, bringing some heavy rainfall northwest Alabama tonight. Also drawing up a lot of moisture from the south, and we have had some heavy weather along Interstate 4, but not much here. Some showers into Venice right now, and get ready in Siesta Key, also in Toledo. This is all heading off to the north. Now, not a lot, but there are some moderate showers involved there near Venice, and currently a pretty good chance for scattered showers through the night. We'll have much more in our forecast for the remainder of this week and into the weekend at 5.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, Rent meets In the Heights with a hip-opera. West Coast Black Theater Troupe is going to bring a creator and a preview of their latest show. We're going to have a rousing preview, no doubt. A new exhibit from the Smithsonian is now at South Florida Museum. We'll look at the evolution of smartphones and everyday tech and things come apart. Plus, meteorologist John Scalzi is back to kick off the beginning of hurricane season. Show us just how tropical storms are formed, and Yoder's Restaurant joins us in the kitchen.
We're back in the kitchen with Barry from Motorworks. What do we have?
All right, so we're taking some of our award-winning Vienna Lager, V-Twin, and making some brats. It's grilling season, so this is a perfect pairing. And what's best is to go ahead and actually cook with it.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah, me too.
So what's the order? Do you cook the brats first and then add beer, or do you marinate raw in them?
So a little bit of both, actually. I actually marinated this for 4 hours in the Vienna Lager earlier. And then we had those ready to go, and then we brown it. And then from there, once we cut up our veggies and get that going on the side, we take some of it.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to actually let this simmer inside of
here.
You're going
to finish it, huh?
And a little for the, for the cook.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you wouldn't want to put the whole can in there.
Yeah. So really, really nice. It's going to give it great flavor. Really caramelize that on the edges, and just a good traditional American version of doing this. But
now, will beer cook down and reduce like a wine will?
Yeah, it's gonna reduce down.
Saucy.
So that's good.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But you keep turning them?
I tend to turn it like once or twice throughout the process.
Okay.
I'm also just a home cook, so for what it's worth, I can talk about beer.
The lager.
Yeah, but I don't like to be stuck there.
Let's talk about that lager. That's a very popular one. I know you're getting a lot of praise for it.
Absolutely. So this is actually one of the most accoladed beers in the state. We've won 8 medals for this beer at this point, including one at the Great American Beer Fest.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We also just took a big one for our Daddle Pepper Imperial Porter, which we'll be releasing again in bottles around November of this year. But we just won a medal in the World Beer Cup, which is the most prestigious.
Yes, talk to us about the World Beer Cup. The statistics here were absolutely amazing. I mean, thousands of beers.
Yes,
And you won the big award.
600 beers entered into it from breweries all across the world. This was the last hurrah for us. So we've now, after taking home this one, we've won medals in every single major competition in the world.
That is awesome. That is so amazing. That is great. And you said that this was one of your specialty beers, though, so it will be re-released. It's like a chili spice, right?
Yeah, so we actually brewed this beer because we thought it would do well in this competition. It's done well in other ones before.
Okay.
So we get the dado peppers from St. Augustine, and we brew this beer with it. So we brewed this beer, made one keg of it from the whole batch, which, you know, the batch was much bigger than that.
Right.
And we put the rest of it into barrels, and it's actually barrel aging in some whiskey barrels
Oh,
until the end of the year.
So it'll be ready.
Yeah, so we thought we'd do a nice, fun take off of it, but we brewed this specifically for this competition, and I'm really glad we did.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, I'm glad every time V-Twin gets another award because I know it is one of the popular ones. So we've got our bratwurst simmering away in the beer, and you put Linda to work to do some chopping.
You want me to make cuts across here?
Yeah, do you saute up the vegetables also in beer or just on a hot pan?
You can. I just tend to do a hot pan, a little bit of butter, salt and pepper, and kind of let the brats and everything else shine.
All right, well, I know from growing up north, the Midwest way to do bratwurst is definitely to marinate in beer, and here at Motorworks, we are even adding a little sauce on the top as well. So keep that in mind for your summer picnics, barbecues. Enjoy the Motorworks beer and cook with it. Why not, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cook with it, drink with it. You ready to try one?
Absolutely. Send it down. Well,
Oh.
huge congratulations to Motorworks for winning the World Beer Cup with one of their beers. Obviously, we love to have the Florida beers recognized at the level they are, and it's great to have Motorworks here. All right, we're heading into the bratwurst. Gotta have a little mustard on it. We'll get it all going here. Ready to go. Good save. Here, Joey, hit me up.
There you go.
Hit me up. All right, Veronica, great to see you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thanks for the fashion show and the reminder to always shop Goodwill. Once I go in, there's no more talking. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.